Ah, my god. So, Battlefield 1 then. It looks awesome. I watched the official reveal on Twitch, and while it did take them 15 minutes to get to the actual reveal, I'm not going to knock them for that. It's really awesome. And I wanted to share some initial thoughts I've had. This is unscripted. I've just written down some points in a little Word doc, but that's alright. So first off, I want to give some praise to what I think. And there's let me get this straight. This is not the only praise I have written. This is just some certain little bits I picked out, which I was like, you know what? That's pretty good. So, I'm really happy about the setting. It's really cool. The fact that it's in the past, in World War One, really lets it stand out from the competition. Call of Duty, Infinite Warfare, going back to that futuristic setting for the fourth time now? Fourth time in a row? And Battlefield really said no. And went with something different, which was nice. That was very good. A very good decision, to be honest, to go back in time. Really sets it out. The alternate history World War One setting is really awesome as well. Just the idea, just the expansion on that conflict, and really Battlefield making that conflict into its own property, I suppose, really making it into something Battlefield can dig its teeth into, and keeping that thematic and keeping that theme, Jesus, and setting, and those weapons and the vehicles, but yet still having a way that Battlefield can work. So I'm extremely hyped for the launch, and I will, if I can get the money together, which I will, I'll try my very hardest, I will get this on launch day. So that's that. And I'm really looking forward to the release. However, I do have a couple of things which I want to talk about in the release trailer. It's taken me just two and a half minutes to get there, but we're going to talk about a couple of things. So, an attachment system. Initially, when I had thoughts about a World War One Battlefield, I never thought of it as an alternate history one. I just thought World War One Battlefield, as it was. And I genuinely thought, how are you going to incorporate an attachment system? And I think with the alternate history setting, it's going to be far less of an issue. Trying to incorporate an attachment system into Battlefield 1. It's going to be very, very easy, actually. Considering an alternate history, you just make everything a bit more basic, but, you know, you don't have your red dots, but you have your sort of magnified sights, etc. And so I know attachment system, I think, will be more basic and more primitive compared to, say, Battlefield 4, and that is really good. I think Battlefield 4 really blew the attachment system out the water, and it was really good. But maybe dialing it down a bit, maybe, would be nice. Although I do really enjoy the fact that Battlefield 4 has so many different ways you can play it. But dialing it back with that setting and having that, obviously that setting, just allows for a bit of a more focused, I guess, attachment system. And also, I really hope, well, because my original concern was that Battlefield 4, it's fun because there were tons of guns in it. There are over 100 guns you can choose in Battlefield 4. And I was concerned about a World War One setting Battlefield, because, well, there aren't that many guns. But in an alternate history setting, you can have everything. You can have prototype weapons that, you know, weren't even conceived at the time. You can have all of this, which is really awesome. And so, yeah, that's obviously a lot less of an issue now that they've gone for this alternate history rather than a strict World War One conflict setting. So there are these horses in the trailer, and I was wondering, how would you balance them? Horses aren't bulletproof. That is a commonly known fact, if you've ever watched Saving Private Ryan. Actually, no, they were fairly bulletproof in Saving Private Ryan, to be honest. Were they horses? Were they cows? I don't know. But how do you balance them? Because they're going to be squidgy. Let's be fair, they're going to be squidgy, and you're probably going to be able to take them down fairly quickly. So how do you balance that? If your standard rifleman can take out a horse, how do you balance that fact? Do you make it like uber maneuverable? Like, I don't know. Perhaps you'll be able to fire off them. Perhaps that'll be a thing. You'll be able to one-hand fire. I don't know. They're just throwing a couple of ideas out there. Just maybe you can one-hand fire while you're on the horse. Maybe the horse will be, to an extent, bulletproof. Maybe I'll have some armor. Although it didn't really have in the trailer, but maybe there'll be like an upgrade or something, I don't know. Make it really agile. That could be a thing. If you made it really agile, run about, not get hit as much, I suppose. But I think that could be a little bit of an issue, the horse balance, because you've got to make it squidgy, because you can't have a bulletproof horse. But then if it's squidgy, how do you balance that out? I don't know. Moving on. Artillery. In the trailer, there's artillery. Go watch the trailer right now. There's artillery in the trailer. The guy screams, pulls the thing, 3 artillery guns open up. That was really cool. I must say, that's brilliant. But how would that work exactly? The trailer sort of gives the impression that it's going to be a player-controlled thing. Obviously, you see the guy, you see the pew-pew-pew. But then would that work like the manned mobile artillery in Battlefield 4? Or would it be like the artillery strike? Was that what it's called? I don't know. The artillery strike in Bad Company 2, where you look down the binoculars, pick a target, boom. Perhaps it'll work like that, and maybe the trailer pew 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 of the artillery is just just a sort of showpiece thing, and it won't actually be sort of as a big part of the game as it is in the trailer, perhaps. But I really think the idea that actually having the artillery is cool, but just I think probably it'll work out like the Bad Company 2 artillery, because let's be fair, not many people used the mobile artillery in Battlefield 4. You have much better things to do, or maybe I'm just out the loop and everyone used it. Actually, on Rogue Transmission, quite a lot of people. Not Rogue Transmission, Savod 311. A lot of people used it there, but still. But, you know, I'm thinking it's going to be a more Bad Company 2 style artillery. And that's basically all the thoughts I've thought up in about half an hour. I'm uber hyped for this game, and like I say, I'm going to get it on release. Maybe I'll upgrade my computer for it as well. I'm not sure how intensive it'll be. Looks pretty intensive by the trailer, but we'll have to have a look. The red biplanes, they are interesting. They look a bit strange, the red biplanes. It doesn't feel... well, I know I say it doesn't feel Battlefield. Obviously it's Battlefield, but it just looks a bit out of place. But there you go. That's the setting in it. That's the setting. So I'm uber hyped for this game, and just for this one special occasion, I'm going to leave you with a different outro to my usual. So, thank you guys for watching. I'm Techno Games. Rip Call of Duty.